Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gambling Goals. I am your host, Mitch Carr. You can find me on Twitter at MitchCarrTV. He is Prospector Sam. You can find him on Twitter at Prospector_Sam. He's giving you gold nuggets, and today we're talking about the end of the group stage of Euro 2020, taking place, of course, in 2021. There are 4 matches on Wednesday that will close out the Euro 2020 group stages. You have a pick for each of those matches. Prospector Sam, we are going to begin with Spain and Slovakia. What do you like there?
Spain have been pretty much the disappointment of the tournament, to say the least. That game against Sweden was pretty painful to watch. Missing a penalty against Poland was about as embarrassing as it gets. Now they're looking down the barrel of 2 points through 2 games and really needing a win here. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for them. To be honest, the Slovakian team is really not that good. They got a nice surprise win over Poland in the first game, but they got pretty badly exposed against Sweden. I think Spain comes out here at home, kind of takes out their anger, if you will, on the Slovakian team. I expect them to put up, a lot of goals here, to be quite honest. The Slovakian team just cannot keep up with them talent-wise. Alvaro Morata has to score a goal or get his, mojo going somehow. He's missed so many chances in this tournament. Spain over 2.5 goals is plus 110. I expect they kind of come out, especially needing this win and needing a big win to come out and win this game with a few in the back of the net. Plus 110 over 2.5 is my pick.
But what concerns me about Spain is the Alvaro Morata experience. Throughout this tournament, you've been able to see that Morata just can't be counted on to score goals. And even the Dutch took notice. There was a Dutch player today that said he can't wait. He hopes they play Spain because he said Spain is awful. All they're doing is just passing the ball from side to side and they can't do anything to score. What is it that makes you so confident? Is it just reputation alone? Or do you feel like they're going to put up 3 goals here because you see something that maybe was there in the previous 2 matches and they just couldn't convert?
You just have to look at the gap in talent. At the end of the day, the Swedish team did a great job of holding them down by playing fantastic defense. The Polish team really didn't hold them down and should have lost were it not for a missed penalty. The Slovakian team is worse than both those teams. Doesn't really have the horses to keep up with Spain, no matter how many opportunities they miss. They could miss half of them and still put up 4 goals. I think this is just too much talent for Slovakia to handle.
And staying with that penultimate group of Euro 2020, you like Poland's money line. I am shocked by this. Poland has looked abjectly terrible.
They have. I've been pretty surprised too. Like I said, that Slovakia loss in the first match was inexcusably bad. And they didn't look all that much better against Spain. They held up for a while, but probably should have lost that game too. I think the difference here for me is, most importantly, Poland needs this win, and Sweden actually don't. They've advanced to the next round already. That makes a big difference come, kind of the motivation and the approach to this game. I also don't think this matchup sets up well for Sweden. With the exception of Isaac, they really haven't had a lot of talent, and they don't have a lot of offensive talent. They win by counterattacking well. And they really just don't kind of have the matchup here with Poland. They set up well against a team like Spain where they could suck in pressure and then kind of expose them defensively. They're not going to get that out of Poland. Poland's going to beat you with Lewandowski. I think this Polish team comes out motivated. I think, just out of desperation and out of having enough talent, I think they win this game. Plus 150 is good money there, and I expect they come out and get this win. I think they probably do in this game, but that's probably the most dangerous bet of the 4.
Sure. So stay away from that one in the parlay, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be throwing big money on that one. I'll put it that way.
And finally, we move on to the group of death. Both your pick to win this entire tournament and my pick to win this entire tournament are in this group. Those teams aren't playing each other, though. We're going to start with Germany and Hungary, and you have a parlay in this match. What is it?
This Hungarian team showed a lot of heart in sucking a draw out of France. They really just are not good enough to hold up with this German team, who really, after the disappointing performance against France in their first game, kind of came out and put it to Portugal. I think that Germany comes out, obviously wins this game. That money line is minus 650. Doesn't do a whole lot for you. I think they also win it with a few goals. They need this game. They're only at 3 points right now, and so the extra 3 guarantees them a top 2 in this group, possibly even the top spot. I think they come out and put up at least 2 or 3 goals. more likely 3. And so I'm going with the over 2.5 as well. You parlay that, it's at -240. You put those together, it's a -160 same game parlay. Not a ton of money to be made out of it, but I don't expect this game to be much worth watching. Spend your time on Portugal, France, and this will just be a comfortable moneymaker.
Portugal and France is a rematch of the Euro 2016 final. Portugal won that one in an upset to win that tournament. They have not looked like the team that could repeat so far in this tournament, and I think your pick kind of goes along with that.
Yeah, I think they're in big trouble here. After that performance against Germany, we kind of saw they got pretty lucky to walk away from that Hungary game with 3 points. After they got the first goal, Hungary collapsed, but they looked really, really weak defensively against Germany. This French team, unfortunately for Portugal, had that hiccup against Hungary. France already had 6 points. They might not be coming out kind of the full bore, full team that you would expect. Right now they're sitting at 4. They need the win to guarantee first place in the group, which will make a difference in seeding. Frankly, they're just a better team. This is the World Cup holders right now. And I think they're a better team than Portugal overall. The money line is actually pretty generous for them, plus 115, plus 120, give or take, depending on your book, which means that you're getting positive odds for the World Cup winners to win a game that they need to go out and win. I think that's great value. This Portuguese team has talent. Bruno Fernandes is a great player, Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously, but they have gaps, and that showed against Germany. I think France comes out, gets the win they need, and puts Portugal possibly in danger of not making it out of the group stage.
So to recap, we have given you 4 picks here, and they are as follows. I'm going to go in reverse order. He likes France against Portugal. He likes the France money line there. That's at plus 115. He likes Germany's money line and for the game to be over 2.5 goals. That's a parlay, and that is somewhere between minus 160 and minus 200. It's been changing a lot. I've been watching it all day just to try to be accurate for this recording, but at the same time, these lines, they always change. So if you're curious as to why the line that we put down on the bottom of the screen doesn't match what you get, that's because these lines change because other people decide to bet these things. In the second to last group that's going to finish in the earlier matches, he likes Poland money line, and that's kind of a surprise to me, but Poland over Sweden, who does not need the game to advance. He likes that. That's about plus 150. And then finally, Spain to score more than 2.5 goals. That's at plus 110 right now, and they are playing Slovakia, who Prospector Sam thinks is a pile of garbage. Does that sound right, Sam?
I'm sorry, Slovakia. Please don't take it personally.
He is Prospector Sam. You can find him on Twitter at Prospector_Sam. I am Mitch Carr. You can find me on Twitter at MitchCarrTV. We will be back, we hope, with something relating to the knockout stages, which begin on Saturday. And that's where the real fun begins, and maybe the tougher gambling begins as well. Are you prepared for that, Sam?
Always ready. Got my hat on. Can't be beat.
He's just a hard-hat guy. He's always bringing his lunch pail to work. I could throw out more cliches, but instead I'm just going to end this thing. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe, and we appreciate you being here and watching us mess around.